Hello and welcome to another Avitech Solutions Tech Tip. My name is Eric Robb, with Senior Applications Engineer with Avitech, and today we will focus on Shrinkwrap level of detail within Autodesk Inventor. Working with large assemblies has become a lot easier with Autodesk Inventor with use with the substitute level of detail. I've taken an 11,000 component assembly and brought it down to 3,600 parts currently, and we're going to take more of a load off of it by taking the transfer deck assembly here and walking through the process of creating a shrink wrap level of detail. I'll open that subassembly up in its own window. We'll right click on the level of detail node and walk through the process of creating a substitute level of detail. Here we have the ability to name the new part that we will be substituting the subassembly with, as well as the location and the template that will be used with that. Here you see the assembly shrink wrap options. What is the result of our derived component? Well, we'll take a single composite feature. As far as the simplification, do we want to remove the geometry by visibility? This is going to allow us to take out some of the internals to lighten up that load even further. Going on down, do we want to patch up all the holes? And then ultimately the reduced memory mode down at the bottom. By selecting OK, we have generated a brand new part file that is a representation of the full assembly. So here you see we've taken that 849 part assembly down to one part, and what it's done in the browser is it's given us a new level of detail. We could come in and cleverly name that whatever we'd like. By default it comes up as substitute level of detail. Now back at that top level assembly, let's go back over to the big guy, and you'll see we're still at the 3,669 parts. Well, what we'll do is we'll go into the browser over here and we'll find our transfer deck, and we'll go under representations, level of detail, and now available to us is that new substitute level of detail. So even at the top level here, we're going to be able to utilize those tools that were built, or that functionality that was built in the subassembly level, thus making the overall large assembly much lighter weight to the application. And there you can see we've taken the 3,600 part assembly and brought it down to a 2,800 part assembly. I've done that with several occasions within this larger subassembly. If we look at the entire process here, you can see that this is a granddaddy assembly. It started off with, like I said, over 11,000 parts, and we've quickly been able to bring it down by using the substitute level of details down to 2,800 parts. Thanks for joining us for another tech tip from Avitech Solutions. Please visit avitech.com/training to find more about how we can educate your users.